teachers weren't raggedy. There are towns like that all the way through the South where black people run these towns, where they have their own schools, where they have their own sheriffs and their own police departments, their own municipalities.
During the Jim Crow era, there were many Southern blacks and whites who really didn't care about that system. But there were leaders from Southern blacks and from Southern whites who came together, and they decided that at the time being, let's just stay separate. We'll work in our community, you work on your community, but we'll keep communications open and we'll work on relations between our Southern blacks and whites. Check this out.
Under separate but equal, the Southern states where we have a biracial society and have had, much of it came about as a result of the desire of the Negroes themselves to separate schools. Many parts of the South were voted for and approved by the Negro leaders themselves. The South built many new schools, many of them far superior to those that were attended by white children. And the facilities were gradually being equalized.
Since slavery was abolished, Negro illiteracy has rapidly decreased. And today, more than 80% of the colored population has had some schooling.
Those schools weren't torn up. Those teachers weren't raggedy. There are towns like that all the way through the South where black people run these towns, where they have their own schools, where they have their own sheriffs and their own police departments, their own municipalities.
This biracial setup has gone on in the South for a number of years. Interracial commissions were set up in the South, and these commissions were composed of responsible white and Negro leaders in the South. And they were doing a pretty good job. When there was friction between the two groups, they sought to find a solution.
Listen to this. It says, the Commission of International Cooperation, CIC, founded in Atlanta in 1919, was a moderate effort by Southern white and black leaders to address racial violence and injustice. While it reduced lynchings and improved communication, it was limited by its avoidance of direct challenges to segregation. And then it says, in essence, the CIC was an early, largely Southern-driven, moderate attempt to manage racial tensions, prioritizing reduction of violence and improve relationships over the immediate dismantling of systemic segregation. So as you can see, the Southern blacks and Southern whites were both geared up to work on the relations and the communications between the two groups to see how they could actually go forward, not just separate, separate starting out, but at some point to come together and see how they could both benefit from one another.